I watched, I don't know why, but on Bifu Techi's YouTube channel, that first to 10 is actually a first to 5. I don't know if the first to 5 on his channel is the last one or the first one, but man, that was ferocious. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw this, but it was a first to 10 in Tekken Tag 2 between Pokchop and RealLaw. And by reputation, RealLaw is one of those guys that says whenever someone wins with his character, he says, I invented that shit. And he means it. Like, he acts like he's better than the guy who just won a tournament because he thinks he invented that shit. And nobody agrees with him. So he's one of those. On the other hand, so he's one of those Brahim motherfuckers, basically. On the other hand, we have Pokchop, who's from Atlanta. And let's just say he's one of those, you know, he talks a lot of shit. I mean, this guy was like, he was going crazy. He looked like Eddie Murphy or something. It looked hilarious.
Call me out like I was coming.
What he said?
Hey, my nigga,
I think he said he got it. He knows what to do.
Right. I mean, he's down 2 games.
He was just like moving in his seat, talking shit the whole time. He was saying shit like, this nigga's a sandwich. This nigga's a sandwich. I mean, how are you supposed to win against that? He's like the most fearsome enemy of all time, right? And he was kicking the shit out of RealLaw. I mean, he was kicking the shit out of RealLaw and telling him what to do. He was like, don't do that. Don't stay down. Don't get up. Don't try to move. You know, it was like really bad. It was really bad. However, you know, one conclusion I came to at the end of this money match that I watched, one conclusion that I came to is that Big E, you guys know Big E, that giant guy, Big E, you know him, he's famous. That guy came up and congratulated Pokchop, right? Think back to the beginning of the movie. You remember what happened after Brahim got his butthole permanently destroyed by Smug? You remember what happened? Big E was on the scene of the crime. You remember that? Can we connect the dots here? If Big E is rooting for your opponent, you better do something. You better immediately break the glass, sound the alarm, call in the Germans or something, because your butthole is about to be destroyed. It's about to be destroyed. Run. If Big E is rooting for your opponent, run.
What to do.
Right. I mean, he's down 2 games.